Recently, I came across this indie game that I don't think a lot of you know. It's called Minecraft? Would have named it Cave Game if it were up to me. All jokes aside, Minecraft recently had their yearly April Fool's update, as expected from the yearly tradition. However, what we didn't expect is what we got. This year, Mojang went a step beyond, and their update added infinite content. And I think it should stay in the game. Okay, let me explain for anyone who isn't up to date with the Minecraft community or didn't get to experience this joke update for themselves, just like me. What the update consisted of was really simple in concept, but with incredible potential. You could throw a renamed book into the portal, making it change dimensions. Once you walk through, the dimension created would be completely random based on the name of the book, meaning there was a subscribed dimension and a Lucatoni dimension, as well as many infinitely others. Obviously, due to it being a joke update, the dimensions themselves didn't have anything too interesting, aside from some nice Easter eggs and completely botched terrain as they were 99% randomly generated. But some were a bit more interesting, like the red dimension that lives up to its name by making everything tinted red. On first glance, this doesn't seem important or having a lot of potential at all, but in order to understand why, this is possibly the biggest update ever in Minecraft history. We have to go back to September 1st, 2019, when YouTuber JXE uploaded a YouTube video called How to Add Infinite Features into Minecraft. In this video, Jay went into detail about how Minecraft, after playing it once, loses its charms for exploration. The first time you ever boot up a Minecraft world is magical. You have no idea what is going on, what the rules of the game are, what the goal of it is, what could be beyond that tall mountain in the distance, etc. However, even though Minecraft worlds are procedurally generated and no two worlds are the same, villages are all the same, woodland mansions are all the same, creepers are all the same, and aside from exploring the locality around where you spawn, there is no sense of exploration in Minecraft from the second world onwards. Jay proposed the idea for not just the procedurally generated worlds, but procedurally generated content. He began by presenting the idea of Ig ore, an ore that if you've played Minecraft for just a bit, you know that doesn't exist. Well, Ig ore was randomly generated from a spreadsheet Jay created, and explained that all ores follow a set of checklists and rules, such as being craftable into blocks, armor, special tools, etc. And that by letting randomness take over these variables, we could have random ores, tools, and armor with completely unique properties, which all would be saved into the save file of that specific world. By using pre-existing textures and grayscaling them, the game could apply different properties to give completely new blocks, like they already do in a very limited fashion with grass blocks in different biomes. He then took it to the logical extreme and suggested that we could make biomes, mobs, and anything in between completely random. And in order to keep the creative integrity of the original Minecraft, we can do two things. Make it a setting when creating the world that allows you to choose how random you want the world to be, or, and here's the aha moment of the video you're watching right now, make randomly generated dimensions.
Debugging in runtime, very efficient.
After Jay posted that video, the reception was universal praise, and he won a Nobel Peace Prize for bringing the world together under a singular cause. No, of course not. Reception was mixed because, as another YouTuber, SethBling, pointed out, once you figure out the algorithm, it would feel like any other ore, or worse, as there could be disappointment from wanting a specific ore or biome. However, that, along with practically everything we're discussing in this topic, to be honest, is up to personal preference on how you view and play the game, and how you took this theoretical update. This update isn't meant to replace regular updates of finely tuned content as Mojang does. It is just to give curious people, like Jay, a bone to chew on until Mojang decides to add another exploration-centered feature to the game. Fast forward a couple of months and Mojang adds the Infinity Snapshot, which adds the portals I described before. And then it was promptly removed on April 2nd, because it's an April Fool's joke. But I think it should stay. Obviously not in the current form that it was implemented in, as that would be the worst implementation I can think of for this type of edition. But I do think that Jay's original vision still stands as a great possible update. a good amount of people used the Infinity Snapshot to say, aha, you see? This is what happens with a procedurally generated Minecraft. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Mojang's Infinity update was an April Fool's joke, and should be taken as such. A team of modders teamed up with Jay to make random Minecraft a reality, and it is looking extremely promising as the mod develops. But obviously, a much bigger team made up of professionals which would add it to the vanilla Minecraft experience would be a lot better. So let me explain why the Infinity Snapshot is great and how, with some tweaks, it could be the future of Minecraft. The sheer existence of the Infinity Snapshot in the first place is a very bright indication of why random Minecraft could one day become a reality. Up until this point, the general player base didn't know if truly random content was possible. We had an inkling it could, evident from the world itself being procedurally generated, but everything felt similar. This update and the idea of throwing books into a portal to change its location from a list of infinite ones immediately pointed out that it is possible. If the fact that the red dimension tints everything red, and another one completely random one can generate a purple horror dimension covered in bones, then who knows what could be made. However, the Infinity Snapshot was a very limited interpretation of the random Minecraft idea, as no new blocks were added at all. They only recolored old textures, which, when you look at Jay's explanation of his idea, is exactly what we want from the random update. But we want original textures that are edited and applied on different blocks to provide variety. As I was writing this video, Jay uploaded a video addressing the fact that Mojang made his update a reality, but not really. And he proposed something I was also thinking about as I wrote ideas for this video: layered textures. By applying different edits that could have different opacity levels, you could have completely different block textures that, although they use the same blocks to be created, end up being different enough to provide players with exciting additions every time. Although I'm digging pretty hard into Mojang's Infinity Snapshot right now, there is something I thoroughly enjoyed from this implementation of randomness: the ability to modify existing portals and having multiple portals. When Jay originally pitched the idea to the community, he talked about two different concepts: using existing blocks to create new portals, or giving the player to be able to change the nether portal to something else, using something locked behind progression. While both ideas were great, I think that the limitations of using existing blocks or limiting the portals could come back and hinder the original idea. By doing the Infinity Snapshot's book idea, you can choose whatever dimension you want to go to, and there could even be a setting in the world creation menu that allows you to choose for the red dimension to be the same red dimension as everyone else's, or let the world seed do further randomization for you, making them truly unique and infinite while allowing players to control it to their liking. And although Jay criticized the world generation of the Infinite Snapshot, I believe that some insane worlds like the one filled with airships but mostly empty could be rather interesting. Making a dimension play like a Skyblock Survival or The Floor is Lava could create countless unique challenges and gameplay styles, and if you don't want that challenge, you can always go back to your original dimension and re-roll the dimension by chucking another book in. Of course, there would have to be some sort of progression necessary in order to prevent someone from just opening a portal to a diamond dimension immediately, like defeating the Ender Dragon. Another option would be removing certain blocks like ores from appearing as general terrain blocks, which would allow people to still access these dimensions fast and keep the original intention of new exploration intact. Overall, I think that with some tweaking and maybe some borrowing from JXE's mod idea, Mojang could create the biggest update in Minecraft history that could provide some much needed fun for people that are waiting for the year-long update cycles for the actual Minecraft content. It all depends on the implementation of the update and if it does find use in the community. And if it doesn't happen, the mod already exists apparently, so go wild. I'm putting a link in the description to JXE's original videos, as he is the original mastermind behind it all. If you enjoyed me talking about whatever I find interesting, why not subscribe and check me out on Twitch while you're at it. Thank you for watching, Papa bless, love you all, and I'll see you on Thursday. See ya.